newspaper, the Premium Times, the Nation newspaper, and the Daily Post is what I have here with me. We start off with the front page of the Punch. All right, major story. Nigerians in Niger beg federal government for evacuation over impending attack. Military eliminates 38 terrorists, apprehends 242 suspects. 8 killed as a 150-year-old mosque collapses in Zaria. Why we can't slash transport fares, Lagos bus drivers, over 4,000 trained Nigerians repatriated in 2023. IOM, NEMA. Other headlines here from the entertainment corner. I shouldn't have been evicted from BBN, Princess. Elsewhere, how Tinubu Rufai ministerial deal crumbled. That's a major talking point in the papers. Northern women face divorce trauma for receiving treatment from male doctors. That's a Saturday feature piece from the Punch newspaper this morning. Other headlines. Experts berate CBN's refusal to publish 7-year accounts. All right, on the politics side of things from the Punch newspaper, Shaibu welcomed in Edo Labour Party. Chairman says PDP showing leadership by example, acting the national chair. Ex-Ondo PDP vice chairman, 203 councillors defect to APC. Southeast governors meet in Enugu. Osun PDP to fill vacant Southwest zonal chairmanship positions. PDP deputy national woman leader resigns and Tinubu meets Wike Rufai at Aso Villa. All right, over to the Guardian newspaper. Major story, resident doctors suspend strike as government meets some demands. Resident doctors suspend strike as government meets some demands. Another one here, I want swift economic recovery for good of Nigerians. That's coming from President Tinubu. Investors upbeat with liquidity products rollout after financial trust group Feather Invest partnership. Kemi Lewis inspires women to embrace natural hair beauty. That's from the Life and Style corner of the Guardian newspaper. Lagos announces night traffic diversion for truck barrier installation at National Stadium Bridge. NEDC will deliver on its mandate, Onuigbo assures. All right, over to Premium Times newspaper. Nigerian forces rescue Chibok girl 9 years after kidnap. Official. More headlines here. Mali, France suspend issuing visas as diplomatic face-off deepens. Nigerian senators illegally share 218 million as holidays allowance. 218 million naira, that is. World Athletics lists Amuson for action in Budapest. Court fixes date to hear Emefiele. Federal government's applications regarding custody. An interview piece here, Niger coup, what presidents of Ivory Coast, Senegal said about ECOWAS resolutions. Elsewhere from the Premium Times, four people die as mosque collapses in Kaduna. What young people demand in response to high living costs, pandemic disruptions, climate crisis, conflicts. Report. Nigerian soldiers kill 38 terrorists, apprehend 242 suspects. DHQ. Ohaneze wants more ministers for Southeast. Nigerian forces rescue Chibok girl 9 years after kidnap. Already took that one. Elsewhere, certificate forgery. Tribunal nullifies election of NMPP federal lawmaker in Kano. EU presents management tools to INEC to enhance Nigeria's electoral system. Is another headline here. More. Niger coup. US supports ECOWAS, vows to hold junta accountable for Bazoum's safety. Police kill 3 suspected IPOB members. And lastly, Tinubu celebrates Akintola Williams at 104. All right, move on over to the Nation newspaper. 4 die in Zaria Central Mosque collapse. Shaibu has become so desperate to succeed me, says Obaseki. Resident doctors, okay, of course, suspending their strike, their indefinite strike. And another headline, CBN's 7-year financial statement shows 65.6 billion naira profit in 2022. African Union backs ECOWAS response to coup in Niger. Troops raid IPOB, ESN camps, bus gun runners syndicate in Enugu, Cross Rivers. All right, here's a report from the Nation newspaper. CBN owes JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs $15 billion cash receipts. And another one, Tinubu attends wedding of Fatia of Senators Musa Yerima's daughter. Okay, elsewhere, troops raid IPOB, already took that one. Park cut will push Niger to absolute independence, says Shehu Sani. Family honors iconic artist Yusuf Grillo with museum. And take a couple more from the Nation newspaper. Editorials, Taiwo Dukoya, 1956 to 2023. Hidden connection between plastics and climate change. The solo seeker, tips and tricks for self-education in tarot card readings. You can take a look at that one if you're so interested, from the Nation newspaper. All right, over to the Daily Post. Killings going on in our communities. Kutebs raise alarm in Taraba. Quick recovery of Nigeria's economy, my priority, says Tinubu. Some persons behind El Rufai's ordeal, non-confirmation as ministers, ulamas. Ministerial list, El Rufai allegedly withdraws nomination. Presidential election tribunal, anxiety as Nigerians await judgment day. More stories here. Insecurity. Terrorists controlling over 400 communities in Zamfara. Abubakar. Joint Labour Party contests with Peter Obi. Deji Adeyanju mocks El Rufai. Appeal courts grants plea by APC candidates to present witnesses, evidence in election matter. APC not Rehabilitation Center, respect Obaseki, or Shomole tells Deputy Governor Shuaibu. Another one here, Governor Inwifuru wades into Amaeze crisis, I beg your pardon, promises free, fair elections. Presidential election, Atiku planning to contest again in 2027. That's credited to Adeyanju again. All right, headlines from the Vanguard newspaper now. Genesis of problem between me and my deputy, Governor Obaseki, opens up. Tell President Tinubu to tackle the petrol crisis and other woes. That's, I believe, an editorial piece from the Vanguard this morning. Other stories, Tinubu's government offers ray of hope for Nigeria's economy unity. And compel Lasuth, a private hospital, to produce my son's intestines. Mother begs Sanwo-Olu. Tinubu knee-jerk approach to palliatives want to mitigate Nigerian sufferings. Okubo. Traditional rulers to get monthly allowance to administer domains. Okay, other stories here. Genesis of problem, already took that one. Nigeria's dilemma. In Niger, economy must recover for good. Greatest number of Nigerians. Tinubu. Burkina Faso junta suspends radio station over Niger criticism. All right, I move over to the Cable NG newspaper this morning for some headlines here. DHQ, 30 terrorists killed, 242 suspects arrested in 1 week. Controversy hits FBN Holdings over court judgment halting AGM. Other stories, indebtedness. Court freezes accounts of Bryant or Giaco. Orders Access Bank to take over all assets. Falana to ECOWAS promotes dialogue with Niger junta. Reject invitation to fight proxy war. Ben Kalu Tinubu means well. Reps will provide legal framework to boost foreign investments. All right, other stories from the Cable NG. Minister-designate Bosun Tijani announces appointment as visiting professor at South African Varsity. We will return victorious. Dokubo seeks permission to battle Niger coup leaders. Niger junta threatens to kill ousted Bazoum over military intervention. Diversion of diaspora remittances to parallel market weakens Naira, says CBN. No IDP camp in APC. Oshomole reacts to purported defection moves by Philip Shaibu. My deputy has become so desperate, Obaseki says Shaibu attempted coup against him. Some of the stories out of the Cable NG this morning. All right, we'll bring you some details of the headlines from the Punch this one. How Tinubu El-Rufai ministerial deal crumbled is the headline. More facts have emerged on how the pact between President Bola Tinubu and a former governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, for the latter to become a minister in the yet-to-be-formed Federal Executive Council crumbled. Saturday Punch investigation revealed that El-Rufai had been promised to man the proposed Ministry of Power and Gas, based on his numerous discussions with the president on how the country would have uninterrupted power supply in a few years. Findings by some of the correspondents of the Punch showed that the former minister of the Federal Capital Territory had told Tinubu during the presidential campaign that he would prefer to travel out of the country to live a quiet life, but he changed his mind after what a source described as intensive discussions with the president after winning the election. All right, for more details of that one, you find it in the Punch newspaper under the headline, How Tinubu El-Rufai Ministerial Deal Crumbled. All All right, another headline from the Punch here. Military eliminates 38 terrorists, apprehends 242 suspects. Now, the defense headquarters says Nigerians have, in the last 1 week, neutralized 38 terrorists, apprehended 242 others, and rescued 89 kidnapped hostages in different operations across the country. The Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Edward Buba, made this known in a statement on Friday in Abuja. Buba said the apprehended suspects comprise 175 gunmen, criminals, 20 kidnappers, 30 collaborators, and 17 pipeline vandals. He said the troops denied the oil theft saboteurs the sum of 607 million naira, being value of seizures, as well as recovery of 38 assorted weapons and 186 ammunition. Given the breakdown, Buba said the troops recovered 14 AK-47 rifles, 1 G3 rifle, 1 PKT, 3 AK-47 rifles loaded with 23 rounds of 7.62mm special, 1 SMG, 10 Dane guns, and 5 locally fabricated pistols. The headline once again: military eliminates 38 terrorists, apprehends 242 suspects. All right, kidnapped Chibok girl returns 9 years after is another headline from the Punch newspaper. The First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, on Friday at the Presidential Villa, Abuja, received Rebecca Kabu, one of the 277 Chibok schoolgirls who were abducted by Boko Haram in 2014. The First Lady, who received Rebecca, along with the wife of the Vice President, Hajia Nana Shatima, promised to ensure that Rebecca was well taken care of medically and fit to return to school willingly. Mrs. Tinubu, while promising that the remaining girls in captivity are not forgotten, appreciated the Office of the National Security Advisor, National Intelligence Agency, and other security agencies, and those who were involved in Rebecca's rescue. She said, and I quote, "Cases of amnesia should be treated. It is difficult to get by, but since you're still here, God has plans for you." You find more details of that one from the Punch newspaper. All right, we take a look at this one now from the Premium Times. Nigerian senators illegally share 218 million naira as holidays allowance. Now, each serving senator received no less than 2 million naira as allowance before proceeding on 7 weeks of vacation. Premium Times can report a senator requested not to be named because he was not authorized by the upper house to speak on the matter, confirmed to Premium Times that all the 109 senators were paid the allowance for the holidays, which commenced on Monday and ends on the 26th of September. A calculation done by Premium Times showed that the senators were paid a total of 280 million naira, having received 2 million naira each to enjoy the vacation. All right, another story from the Premium Times again. Ohaneze wants more ministers for Southeast, the Apex Igbo Social-Cultural Organization, Ohanese Indigo, has said the group is disturbed by President Bola Tinubu's appointment of only 5 persons from the southeast as ministers, while some other regions had 9 ministers. In a statement on Thursday by its President General Emmanuel Uwanyawu, the group demanded the appointment of more ministers from the southeast region to correct the alleged marginalization of the region in the ministerial appointments. The headline once again, Ohanese wants more ministers for southeast. All right, quite a tragic one here from the Nation newspaper. Just then, 4 die in Zaria Central Mosque collapse. Now, the story goes that 4 persons died on Friday evening when the Zaria Central Mosque in Kaduna State collapsed. The victims were observing the evening prayer around 4 p.m. when the incident occurred. Confirming the incident, the Emir of Zazzau, Malam Ahmed Nuhu Mali, said subsequent prayers will be held outside the mosque until further notice. The Emir, however, directed the funeral prayer of all the deceased should be observed by 8:30 p.m. at his palace. While condoling the family of the deceased, the Emir directed the people should pray outside the mosque pending the repairs. Quite a tragic incident there. All right, I take another one from the Nation newspaper this morning before I open the phone lines to have your reactions to the stories this morning. Former Senator Shehu Sani has faulted the power supply cut to Niger, arguing that it would further brace the Nigerians to live without dependence on external forces. The lawmaker on Friday lent his voice with eminent Nigerians to frown at the cutting off of electricity supply to Niger. Nigeria reportedly cut the power supply to the Niger Republic as one of the sanctions from the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, over the coup in the country. According to reports, power outages in Niger have been more frequent than it was in previous times, as power only stayed on for about an hour at a period for residents of the cities of Niamey, Maradi, and Zender. All right, you're welcome to be my analyst on the program this morning. Let's have your thoughts on these stories. Anything that you'd like to give your reaction to. Talking about the ministerial situation with El Rufai and the Zaria situation, that particular tragic one. There are a bunch of other stories there from the papers this morning. Let's have your thoughts on that. 0705 5949. 0809 7949. Those are the numbers again. 0705 5949. 0809 7949. We're live on Facebook as well as YouTube. You can share your thoughts with us on those platforms as well. Let's have your reactions to the stories of the day. All right, bringing you more headlines here from the Daily Post. Killings going on in our communities. Kutebs raise alarm in Taraba. The Kuteb ethnic group spread across Usa and Takum local government councils and in Yangtu Special Development Area of Taraba State has denied reports making the rounds that normalcy has been restored to their areas. The ethnic group under the umbrella of Kuteb Yatso Nigeria, KYN, alleged on Friday that reports put in place by the authorities to frustrate bandits launching attacks on their communities have yielded no positive results. In a statement made available to journalists in Jalingo, the state capital, KYN frowned at the state government's position on the killings ravaging the communities. The report that normalcy has returned to our land is either an intentional statement to trivialize the magnitude of the problem or a statement made in error arising from the underreporting of the happenings in Takum and USA. Adichie, headline of the DHQ, saying reportedly that they've made some progress as regards insecurity across the nation, giving some numbers there. This is a report that doesn't allude to that particular one. It looks like conflicting statements here. The military saying it has recently eliminated 30 terrorists, apprehending 242 suspects. Talking about security there. What's the situation? What's really happening there? That's the question on a lot of people's minds right now. 0705 5949, 0829 7949. Those are the numbers to be part of the conversation. I'll take messages on Facebook right now. Okediran Babatunde says, Nigerians in Niger Republic, please move to other countries. If Sanusi can find a way to Niger Republic despite border closure, please find your way out of Niger Republic. When normalcy returns, you may go back. Niger Republic already closed the airspace while land borders is under watch. Find your way out of the trouble zone. All right, before I get back to the Facebook messages, I'll take this one from the Vanguard newspaper now. Only Christian leader that will make heaven in Nigeria. Only Christian leader that will make heaven in Nigeria. That's a statement credited to former President Olusegun Obasanjo. He has revealed that the only Christian leader in Nigeria that he thinks will make heaven. Obasanjo made the statement at the funeral service of the late prelate emeritus of the Methodist Church of Nigeria, Dr. Sunday Mbang, in Uyo, Akwa Ibom State. According to Obasanjo, the only Christian leader in Nigeria he sure will make heaven is the late prelate. Obasanjo said the late prelate was not only forthright, but he was not a man of emotion. Shortly after his release from prison, amid pressure to become the president of Nigeria, one of the prominent Nigerians Obasanjo consulted across the country was the late prelate emeritus Mbag. All right, I'll pick another message from Facebook now. Omotayo Luarotimi on Bamiro. Okay, hold off on that for a moment. Let's see. Okay, all right. All right, back to that message. Nigeria is a sorry case because the only place most activities take place is in the political domain, or perhaps I should rather call it the political realm. That's from Omotayo Oluwarotimi on Bamiru. Thank you for that one. More messages on Facebook here, also from him. The case of the mother in Lagos who has to ask for her son's intestine. It's quite sad. Yes, it really is. Quite a tragic one there. Again, Ukidiro Babatunde, Baba Basanjo again, at it again, always throwing bombshells whenever he has the opportunity. Possibly he has seen the book of life, OBJ, indeed. Interesting one there. I like that particular take there from you. Thank you. There again, we're live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook. Feel free to share your thoughts with us. You can call the studio lines as well directly, 0705 5000 949 and 0809 7000 949. All right, interesting one here from the Daily Post newspaper. The headline, some persons behind El Rufai's ordeal, non-confirmation as minister. Ulamas. Now, the Council of Imams and Ulamas in Kaduna State has alleged there are some persons behind the non-confirmation of former Governor Nasir El Rufai as minister. Daily Post recalls that the former Governor Nasir El Rufai's confirmation as minister was stepped down by the Senate over delays in his security checks. However, while reacting in Kaduna during a press conference, the Ulamas faulted the non-confirmation of El Rufai, saying some individuals who are jittery over El Rufai's appointment and towering political profile are behind his ordeal. According to Deputy Chairman of Council of Imams and Ulamas, Imam Muhammad Kashim, said the former governor was not confirmed as a result of mere politics of vendetta and abuse of power by some people. According to him, it was wrong for the security agencies to have relied on a petition by Shiite group not to confirm El Rufai, adding that the Shiite group has been proscribed by the federal government, hence their petition should not hold water. Okay, what do you think of that one? The struggles of El Rufai pertaining to the ministerial list nomination and his confirmation or lack of confirmation, if you will. Okay, so that's another talking point from the papers this morning. Let's have your thoughts. 0705 5000 949 0809 7000 949. On Facebook, it's facebook.com/32FM949 Ibadan. You can drop your thoughts and your comments on there as well. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
I'm John Newton Joko.
All right, welcome.
Thank you. That is my full name, and I'm delighted by the exit of Malam El Rufai, because as I said in this program within the week, that there was a petition written against Malam El Rufai. There was a drama in the Senate during the ministerial committee time that the senator from Kogi State raised that motion. Unfortunately, it was not ready for public hearing. And so at the end of the day, this is the situation Malam El Rufai finds himself. Because that he has made statements that are not good as a leader, unguarded the statement coming from a governor and a former minister. So I'm delighted that I'm happy that he's not one of those to become a minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And so it is a lesson for others. So you know the type of statement you make that will not cause further division in this country. Malam some few days ago has said, by every standard of definition, he ought not to be a minister. And this is the situation Malam El-Rufai finds himself. I'm delighted. I'm John Newsom. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much for that contribution. 0705 5949. 0829 7949. Let's have your thoughts on the stories of the day. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir. Welcome.
Good morning. Retired comrade Abdurrahim calling from Fatusi, Ibadan.
All right.
Hello, good morning. Regards to Obasanjo's statement this morning, let's look at the message, not the messenger. Let's forget about sentiment and look at the four former leaders that have led Nigeria into this mess. Let's forget about religion. Let's look at the message, not the messenger. Comrade Brian talking from Fatusi, Ibadan. Thank you.
All right. Thank you very much. On Facebook, Shola Ojo says Tinubu can never revamp economy with the corrupt tendencies around him. Even he himself does not have clean antecedents, and he's not yet to change, and he's yet to change rather from the status quo. All right, so that's the message there from Shola Ojo. Your thoughts on the recent comments from Mr. President, of course, talking about the economy and his plans for revamping the economy. All right, there's been a lot of talk in recent times as regards what the president is doing. Is action being taken enough? Do you think that government is taking enough action as against some of these things we're hearing in the public? Hello. Hello, good morning. Good morning, sir.
Yeah, man, this okay.
Okay, good morning. Yeah.
I actually want to this death to power at all where you need to say. Only question what's the condition of going into most of those posts? I think the mediocres we have a power.
All right, okay, you have to call me back. Do try and call back. Maybe try the other line. I think there's something wrong with the connection there. So I'd like to hear what you have to say, and I'd like to hear it clearly so others can, hear as well. Okay, 0705 5949, 0809 7949. Those are the numbers to be part of the conversation on the Break of Dawn paper review this morning. Let's have your thoughts and the stories. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, Ken, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I said the desperation to get power politicians in this country is actually making them to forge certificates. You begin to imagine, I believe the maximum, the highest stage should be the minimum you can go is with it. And you will get into any post. Why go and forge? That's why we have mediocres, people of low mind, ruling us. And that's why we found ourselves in this. Probably maybe when we start thinking right, things will change. Look at it, literally every one of them, with all due respect, is involved in one certificate forgery or the other. I don't think we will go anywhere with it. Good morning.
No. Okay. All right, thank you very much, okay, for that particular contribution. All right, once again, the Facebook handle is 32FM949 Ibadan. You can share your thoughts on Facebook as well as via the phone lines. Just call the studios directly, but that will be after these messages. I'll be expecting your contributions. Okay, let's take this one before we take that commercial. Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
Today, I'm going to appeal to the people in Nigeria to place the pictures with his administration. But President Bola let you know. This is a government of less than 3 months. And the minister doesn't start working. Please let the pictures. Everything is going to be okay. Let the pictures. The room must not be delayed. Please, the 2 months is late. You don't need it. Let the pictures. Thank you. Have a nice day. I'm Obasha.
All right. Thank you very much for your contribution there. I'll take some commercials now. When we come back, we'll be wrapping things up, taking a couple of messages, and yes, I'll be right back. Stay with us.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM, 94.9, the antidote to depression.
130 successful Canadian visas and counting in 2023 alone. We are A3 Immigration, and we mean business. A3 Immigration Incorporation is a Canadian-based immigration corporation licensed to help individuals transform Canada into their home sweet home, just as we did for Shalewa.
Hi, my name is Shalewa. Thanks to A3 Immigration, Nova Scotia, Canada is my new home.
Congratulations. Me, this message, congratulations.
With Canada Regulatory Council membership number R707544, A3 Immigration has a wide variety of expertise in all areas related to Canadian immigration. Our sister company, Bigger International Consult, is also available for your work or study needs in the United Kingdom. To get started, call or chat 0913-660-1125, 0913-660-1125, or visit a3immigration.com. A3 Immigration, making Canada your new home.
It's your chance to be a millionaire. Win big in the Hope Wallet promo. Hope PS Bank is giving away 2 million naira every week. Amazing, right? Open a Hope Wallet account and get 500 naira welcome bonus. Here's the best part. Transact 5 times or more in a week and start your journey to be a millionaire by winning 50,000 naira weekly. As Hope PS Bank gives away 2 million naira every week to existing and new customers. The more you transact, the higher your chances of winning. To get started, dial *569*9# or download the Hope Digital app or visit www.hopepsbank.com. Terms and conditions apply. Hope, succeed. Hope Bank always.
When the big names talk, they talk to us. Join Golabo Famous Cole and her team of panelists on the podium
by 9 a.m. every Saturday for a deep dive into trending political and socio-economic issues.
Hello there. Have you ever traveled with You Fit Fly on any of our pilgrimage journey to Israel, Greece, Rome, or Jordan? This is another glorious opportunity to journey once again with You Fit Fly to Canada. Register now to be part of those attending our ministers' conference in Canada this September 2023. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni o àǹfààní olówó iyebíye ní fún ọ láti darapọ̀ mọ́ ọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ènìyàn tí yóò kópa nínú ìpàdé àwọn ìríjú Ọlọ́run alààyè lórílẹ̀‐èdè Canada tó máa wáyé nínú oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún yìí. Indeed, it is going to be a positive life-changing experience. Láti má wàá gbẹ̀yìn, tètè yọjú sọ́fíìsì You Fit Fly tó wà ní Success House, 7up Road, Olúyọ̀lé Main Estate, Ring Road, Ìbàdàn. Tètè yọjú sí gbogbo ẹ̀ka iléeṣẹ́ You Fit Fly tó wà lárọ̀ọ́wọ́tó rẹ. Fún àlàyé lẹ́kùnrẹ́rẹ́ ẹ kàn sí www.youfitfly.com tàbí lórí àwọn ìkànnì ìbánidọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ at You Fit Fly, or better still call the following numbers: 090-1111-1190, 070-6275-9762, and 080-9300-2096. Canada is the next port of calling. Do not be left out.
For the top 10 banging songs across Nigeria,
top 10 super songs across Africa,
the Top 10 Countdown is your show.
Saturdays 12 to 1 p.m. with Danica and King Kenny.
yé náwó dànù láì kéré.
Sporting Crystal àti ikọ̀ rẹ̀ ń pè yín.
Sọ̀wédowó lètò fáwọn tó mẹ́nu ẹ̀.
láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ Sátidé 8 a.m.
Sọ̀wédowó ìfà fàlàfàlà.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
All right, great to have you back with us. 32 FM 94.9 is the last lap of the Papers Review this morning. 32 FM. My name is Kenny Durutili. We're taking your reactions to the stories out of the newspapers this morning. 0705 5000 949, 0809 7000 949. Those are the numbers to call. Once again, you can also drop your messages on Facebook as well this morning too. of course, share your reactions with us this morning. I'm going to take another story here. I think I must have skipped this particular one. It has to do with the situation in Niger as it pertains to Nigerians. Now, some Nigerian residents in Niger Republic have appealed to the federal government to facilitate their evacuation and return home before any possible offensive against the coup plotters by the Economic Community of West African State Forces to restore constitutional governance. The Nigerians who spoke to the Saturday Punch said the appeal became necessary so as to avoid being caught up in the line of fire and to avoid a repeat of what happened in Sudan, where many Nigerian students were trapped when fighting broke out between the government forces and rebels. They are also apprehensive of being subjected to xenophobic attacks by Nigerians, in retaliation of Nigeria's role in rallying other ECOWAS member states to reject the unconstitutional change of government in which the coup plotters overthrew President Mohamed Bazoum. Okay, the headline from the Punch newspaper this morning: Nigerians in Niger beg federal government for evacuation over impending attack. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Kenny. Happy weekend.
Happy weekend. Good morning to you, sir. Welcome.
This is John Olariwaju from Ajowo.
Right.
First and foremost, on the issue of Erufai, like many people have been saying, we all heard him very clearly when he talked about body bag during the, I think, 2019 election, when he was threatening to send some people through body bag. Since then, they're supposed to even invite him and question him. Even he wasn't supposed to even contest to that election that gave him the privilege to run for the second time. But because of the system of our country, it was allowed. And even when there are many things that happen in Kaduna, there was a time that even talk about meeting the terrorists. As a governor of the country, you met the terrorists. You know, it means that you knew the hideout of the terrorists. So those are the things that I really understood, that he did not allow him to go to the minister. And it is a pity that some people that even call religion leaders can even come out and talking about vendetta or whatever. This is a slap on the faces of many so-called religion leaders in this country. When they were yet to say the truth, when they will see the truth and they will fail to say it, which is not supposed to be so. And therefore, our Mr. President, I think that is why we Nigeria were talking about not going into the war that is not benefit us, because I don't see any benefit that Nigeria is going to benefit. Look at Nigerians that in Niger now, they are crying for the help. You did not consider about these people, how to save them. If you go into the war properly and these people are affected, what will be the gain of Nigeria? Nothing. Thank you and good morning.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. There. Okay, take some messages from Facebook before I call it a wrap this morning. Ayo Fagbemi says, which patients are people talking about? Patients are people talking about? They're deceiving themselves. Tinubu cannot make anything better. His palliative is medicine after death, and just to siphon our commonwealth as it happened in Lagos. All right, I'll take one last one here, and that's from Omotayo Oluwarotimi. The message escapes me now. I'll try to find it. Okay. Though after a Christian accepts the... struggling with that particular one. After a Christian accepts the forgiveness of sins, he's expected to live by the heart of Christ. However, okay, I think it's a continuation of the previous message, but I'm struggling with the Facebook thing here now. So that's where I'll have to call it a wrap. Thank you so much for joining me on the Papers Review this morning. The Papers Review will be back your way on Monday bright and early 6:30 a.m. My name is Kenny Durutilu. Have yourself a lovely Saturday.